What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, and I'm back with another video, man. And you already know what I need you to do. Hit the subscribe, hit the like, hit the notification bell, because it does go a long way with helping out the channel. If this is your first time, welcome to Hold My Nuts Podcast. We talk about everything semen retention and no fap. If you stumbled across this video, it's no accident. I already know why you're here. You're tired of releasing on your keyboards, your laptops, and your desktops. You're tired of being manipulated and dominated by female culture. If you already been rocking with your boy, man, you already know the love is real. So without further ado, let's get into the video today, man. You seen the title. They won't understand. They won't understand until you level up, until they start seeing the benefits of what you're doing. They will not understand. Who? Your friends, your family. This is why it's a good idea to keep this information to yourself. In the Bible, it says, don't cast your pearls before swine, because they're going to come at you. They're going to attack you. They're going to patronize you. They're going to, they might say things like, man, I commend you, or you're a better man than me. You know what I mean? And say these things, but they're really saying these things because they don't understand what you're doing. They think you're crazy. They think you're out of your mind. How could you just sit back and not release? How could you sit back and not go after girls? Like, what are you going to do? You're going to stay in your house all day. You're going to, they say these things, right? But they'll come across as if they really support you. And every week or every couple weeks, they'll say things like, so you still retaining? You still on your grind? You know what I mean? And they really just trying to check in to see if you've given up, to see if you fall into the cycle again, because in their minds, they can't do it. Right. So they're looking at you like, ain't no way you could be better than me. You know what I mean? I'm not going to put you in a position better than me. You can't do. If I can't do it, then you definitely can't do it. That's how people are, man. That's how people are. That's just what it is. These would be your close friends, your close buddies, people you hang out with. They want to see you fail. That's just a fact. They want to see you fail. Right? The best practice, man, is to just really try to keep this information to yourself. You don't want to go on a campaign of just telling everybody you're on semen retention. Nobody knows I'm on semen retention. No one. Because they will not understand. This is something that will not resonate, because society has, made everybody think that it's just normal to go out and live this type of reckless life. It's a normal thing, right? And so when you stand out and you say, you know what, I'm no longer going to participate. I'm no longer going to, be involved in these practices that I was involved in before. People look at you strange. They look at you weird. They look at you like, yo, what's this dude? Like, what is he on? Right? And it's just that they don't believe it's possible. And they're going to watch you. As soon as you open your mouth and you tell people that you're on semen retention, they're going to watch you closely. They're going to want to hang out with you. They're going to watch you. They're going to observe you and see how you're acting. Right? And then they're going to check in on you to see if you're still doing what you said that you set out to do. Right? It's best to keep it to yourself. Now, here's the thing about keeping it to yourself. When you go out with your friends, you guys are going out on Friday night, Saturday night, right? They're going to, the fact that they don't know that you're practicing semen retention, when you try to ward off girls, or you're not going up approaching women, and you're not doing all these different type of things, they're going to like, what's wrong with this guy? Right. So you have to really understand, when you decide to go on this journey, how you're going to play it. You know what I mean? What are you going to do as far as, how are you going to practice semen retention? That's a big one. You have to understand, you have to know how you're going to practice semen retention so you don't run into these little hiccups along the way, right? I went out with my man's Saturday night. It's the first time I had been out in 3 months, because I don't want to put myself in situations where I know are not going to be very beneficial. I want to be surrounded by a whole bunch of beautiful women. You know what I mean? I'm just not putting myself in that situation. You understand? I'm not staying in the house on purpose. I'm not being a hermit. I'm not, I'm just focused on what it is that I'm doing. I'm locked in on certain things. And that's just the type of life I'm living right now. Right? I don't have the time right now to just be out there partying and going crazy and living that lifestyle that I used to live. I'm focusing on my own personal development. I'm focusing on my investments. I'm focusing on building my businesses. I'm focusing on working out, staying in shape. I'm focusing on my diet. I got a lot of things going on, man. Right? I don't want to jeopardize it by putting myself in a situation or situations that could cause me to take a step backwards. I don't want to do that. And a big part of my success, I believe, is just keeping my semen retention journey to myself. Like I told you guys, no one knows about the semen retention channel, man. I'm just keeping it to myself. Right? Because people are not going to understand. They're gonna shoot jokes at you. They're gonna make fun of you because you're doing something that's contrary to popular belief. Right? But you have to understand something. You're a chosen one. Right? If you came across this information, you came across this knowledge, you came to semen retention, if somehow you navigated to semen retention, it's because deep down, you know there's something more. There's something that you're missing, something that you're lacking, and you want to elevate. That's just what it boils down to. You want to elevate to another level. And you know that watching porn and, just living that type of lifestyle is just not conducive to the life you really want to live. You want to try to maximize and get to your higher self. We all have an image of the person that we want to be in our minds. We see that person in our minds and we're chasing that person. We're trying to merge our current self with the person that we're trying to be. Right. But we know the person that we're trying to be. We have to eliminate a lot of our bad habits, a lot of our bad practices. Because if we don't, that person is going to get further and further away from who we currently are. The only way to bridge that gap is to cut off everything that limits you, that brings down your vibration, everything that takes you away from God and the divine principles. You have to cut those things off in order to get to the person that you want to be. If you want to be successful inwardly and have that, pour out in your physical reality, you have to get rid of all of these things that are causing you to fall. These women are not going anywhere, man. They're going to always be here. So the fact that you're out here chasing these women is futile, man. It's just really no point in doing it. You need to be focused on your grind. Your friends will see the benefits of what you're doing when you elevate. And then when they ask, where you been at, what you been up to? I haven't heard from you in a while. Right? And then you might be able to chime in and just be like, man, I just been focusing on myself, man, practicing semen retention. And they're like, what? Practicing semen retention? What's that? Man, I'm just not focusing on these females, man. I'm just focusing on myself right now. I'm focusing on my grind. But now you have something to back it up with. Maybe you bought a new piece of real estate, right? Maybe you moved up at the company that you're working with. You know what I mean? Maybe you went and got the Rolly. Maybe you know what I'm saying? You lost 20 pounds. Maybe, whatever it is, maybe you started that business and they can see like it's really booming now. Like you really making moves. Like this dude really making moves. And now you can have that conversation like, what's been helping you do that? And you can try to pull these brothers out of the dark place if that's where they're at. Pull them out of the dark place, show them the light. But when you first start off on semen retention, man, keep it to yourself, man. Especially when you first start, because those people are going to discourage you and they're going to test you. And please don't tell women that you're practicing semen retention, because you're setting yourself up for failure. Because soon as you tell this woman or these women that you're practicing semen retention, what do you think they're going to do? Just for the fun of it, just to prove that you can't really do what you're saying you're going to do. They're going to try to prove it, man. They're going to try to get validated by causing you to come off of your path. As soon as you open your mouth to tell them that you're practicing semen retention, they're going to give it up. They're going to make it difficult for you to be able to do what you're trying to do. They might call you a little more. They may ask you to come over. They may ask if they could come over. Do you want to go grab a drink? Do you want to go out? The temptations, they're going to bring the temptation to you because they want to see if they're powerful enough to get you off of your center. That's what they want to see. They want to see if they can get you off of your center, if they can get you to go back on your word. And guess what? You think, because some guys will do this just to get a woman to do that. You're already lost. You're already lost. You're going to lose all credibility with this person. If you use it as a tactic to get women, if you say, you know what, I'm not practicing semen retention. I'm practicing semen retention. I'm not having sex with girls. I'm not doing that anymore. And in her mind, she wants to, because you said that you're not doing it, now she wants to make you do it. Now she wants to see if she can get you, right? So if you're doing it as a tactic and you're not really serious, and then she gives into the tactic, and then you smash, now you lost all credibility with her. Everything you say after that, she's not going to believe it. She's not going to have that faith and trust in you that you can actually be a man of your word, that you can actually follow your own, standards. She's not going to believe it. Right. And that one little incident, that one little session that you got off with this particular female, that's all it's going to be, because she's never going to see you as a type of man that can hold his ground, that can stand on his word. Right. If you want to be a man, you got to stand on your word. So you got to be careful about the things you say. That's why I keep a lot of things. I just keep it to myself, because I know I got to stand on that. As a man, you have to stand on the things you say. I have to stand on my commitment. So if I make a commitment to do something, I have to stand on that. That's why I don't make a lot of commitments. People want to hang out. I don't make a lot of commitments, because I know if I give my word, I have to stand on it. Right. So when you say things like I'm practicing semen retention, you got to understand something. You have to stand on it. This is not something you just want to experiment with, man. You want to really think about what it is you're asking yourself to do. The journey that you are embarking on, you want to ask yourself, man, what is this going to take? What does this entail? What am I going to have to give up in order to get this? Everything in life that's worth anything is going to require a sacrifice on your behalf. It's going to require a sacrifice. You're going to have to sacrifice something. You're going to have to sacrifice these women. You're going to have to sacrifice other bad habits that will help you fall into the bad habit you're trying to stop. So you might have to stop drinking. You might have to stop smoking. You might have to shut down your Instagram. You might have to get off of social media for a while. Right? You might have to do these things. But don't tell people you're on semen retention, man, because they They will not understand. They're just not going to understand. They're just not. Because you're doing something maybe 1 in 1,000 men are doing. So you don't want to get that ridicule. You don't want to get all of that negative energy coming right out the gate. People are going to act like they're going to support you in what you're doing. But at the end of the day, man, they're waiting for you to fall. So get yourself situated. Watch videos. Eliminate all the bad things that you're doing that is going to prevent you from being able to be successful on the journey. Do the research, right? See the benefits. Get familiar with, what it is to actually be on semen retention. Understand the purpose of semen retention, man. This is time to power up. You got the life source inside of you. The testosterone, the energy, the sexual energy is going to be, it's going to be high, right? But don't allow these people, because you're basically giving yourself enemies, so to speak, when you tell people you're on semen retention, because they want to see you fail. It's a joke to them. We're going to see how long he can last. Yeah, we're going to see. We're going to see. Let's sit back. Yeah. I give him a week. I give him a week. He'll be back. I'm going to hit him up in 2 weeks to see if he want to, go out. And, right, they're going to test you, bro. Right? So it's better to just keep it to yourself so you don't have to deal with all the extra pressure. You just kind of fade away. They're like, well, you don't want to hang out? Nah, man, I got something to do. I'm working on something. Oh, okay, boom, boom. Right? You just kind of fade away. You kind of fade away. Right? But you have to do that in order to elevate. You have to do that in order to elevate, man. You don't want to keep releasing on your keyboards, your laptops, and your desktops, splattering your TV screens, your plasma flat screens. You don't want to keep doing that, man. You don't want to keep wasting your time. You can really be sitting at your desk, going to town, watching another man, do some hideous things with another woman. Like, you don't want to be engaged in that, man. Right? So if they think you're weird about that, let them think you're weird, because you no longer think that's cool to do. Right? Fall back, keep it to yourself, because they will not understand what you're doing. They're not going to understand your journey, bro. They're not. So don't try to make them understand your journey. Don't cast your pearls before the swine. This is Hold My Nuts podcast. If you got value out of this video, man, hit the like button, share the video, drop a comment, let me know what you think, and I'm gonna holler at you guys in the next one. Peace.